Keep yourself in the loop of everything football on the Golden State Media Concepts Football Podcast. The latest news on and off the field, be it college football, Big Ten, SEC, Big 12, Pac-12, ACC to the NFL. We've got you covered. Listen to the Golden State Media Concepts Football Podcast.
Hello, all you football fans, and welcome to the GSMC Football Podcast, brought to you once again by the GSMC Podcast Network. I am your host, Jeff Malinoff, and with me once again is Mark Souza.
What's up, Jeff?
He has a new thing, and I don't like it.
Don't.
I didn't do anything, man.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm doing...
You ready for the weekend?
I'm getting there, but I have to spend time with you first,
You ready
unfortunately.
to get lit like some scented candles?
You're 33. Stop acting like you're not 33.
Isn't that a song? Nobody likes you when you're 33. Oh, no, that's
What are you talking about?
Blink 182. Never mind.
Blink 182. You started with a Blink 182 reference.
Yeah, let's talk about some football. What do you say?
I'm still in shock that you did a Blink 182 reference, but yeah, sure, let's go. We got Thursday Night Football, the Titans versus the Jaguars, and one of the most surprising turn of events is Derrick Henry had the best game of his life.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Career day.
Yeah, and...
What was it, 230 yards or something?
Something...
He's still running, I think.
Yeah, he might be still running. Yeah, which is truly incredible. And bottom line is, we got to look at, are the Jaguars they didn't really lose many people. They added actually more guys than lost last year going after their AFC Championship appearance. How did they get to this point where they're this bad?
I didn't think that they would win their division or make the playoffs, but I didn't expect them to be this bad either. I thought they'd be somewhere in the middle. I could tell you exactly why they're this bad. They played a first place, or they are playing a first place schedule this year. Last year, they were very fortunate to play not only a weaker schedule, but a division that had some quarterback issues. They faced Mariota once last year. They faced the Texans twice without Deshaun Watson. And they faced the Colts twice with Jacoby Brissett, not Andrew Luck. And that, my friends, really helped them achieve not just a division title, but had them gain the confidence that they needed to make a good playoff push, which they did. But the fact of the matter remains, Jeff, Blake Bortles is not a good quarterback. I questioned him being their quarterback coming into the season, and it looks like I'm right on that regard because I think it's the offense that's really held them back. Yes, people will say the defense hasn't been as dominant, but again, they've played a lot better offenses this year. So you have to take that into account in that offense, man. Now they have Kessler. You know, they fired their offensive coordinator just a couple weeks ago. It's just putrid. It's putrid.
Yeah. The thing with that is it more of a how good the Titans are getting or how bad the Jaguars are getting when you look at this game in particular?
I think it's the Jags. I mean, they scored 9 points. They got stopped at the goal line. Yeah, Derrick Henry had a 99-yard touchdown run, ties the NFL record for longest touchdown run. As we know, it cannot be broken. But, man, you score 9 points in a football game. They scored 6 points in their last game. They were lucky to win that one. I definitely think it's solely on that offense. You got to let that defense play in better game situations. You got to put points on the board. And the fact is, Cody Kessler and the slew of wide receivers that they have, they just aren't getting it done. They're going to have to make some changes in the offseason for sure on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah. And obviously, for the win for the Titans here is that they are looking for a playoff spot to squeeze into that playoff situation.
Mm-hmm. Yesterday was a must-win, so they got that part done.
Yeah, so they have an opportunity here.
They truly do have an opportunity. Their next 3 games are against the Redskins. Before they play the Redskins, they play the Giants, and then they finish the year against the Colts. 2 of 3 at home. It's looking real nice for them. You know, they're hoping that a team like the Ravens stumble, or even the Steelers. The Steelers are not secured in a playoff spot as of yet.
Mm-hmm.
So if one of those teams stumbles, they could be the beneficiary of that. But it started with last night. They needed that win last night to go to 7-6. They could be even with the Ravens after this weekend. So they're heading in the right direction, obviously.
Yes, and they couldn't be looking better at the moment. So, and how they've been playing, everything seems to be clicking. Has it not?
Absolutely. And Baltimore, if they lose, which is possible because they play the Chiefs, they'll both be at 7-6 tied for that last wild card spot. But like you said last night, I don't know if everything was clicking for the Titans. I mean, Derrick Henry had an amazing game. He had some big runs in that game. He had 150-something yards on 2 runs last night.
Yeah, it was something. It was
2 big ones, one over 50, 199.
And yeah, 90. He tied the record from the longest run in NFL history. He can only be tied, and he tied it.
Mm-hmm.
So isn't that incredible?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what to make of this Titans team, though. We discussed this off the air, but are they a good team? Do we know? We don't have very many answers, it feels like. I don't know if Mariota's good. Derrick Henry had a great game, but he also had how many bad games? Like 10 bad games? Like, you can't just forget about that, you know? And
yeah.
It's like Isaiah Crowell, the running back on the Jets. He's had a couple of huge games this year, but then he's just been terrible.
Yeah,
the
true.
other games. So I don't know. The Titans' defense, sometimes they look really good. Sometimes they look really bad. Last night, obviously, they looked really good, but they played a Cody Kessler offense. So
yeah.
What do you think? Are they a good team? Are they a top 12 team in the NFL?
Oh, top 12. See, that's where it gets a little interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'd probably say they're not a top 12.
But you
top
can make
15.
the argument that they are in the top 12.
Yeah, when they play like that, like last night, you can. But what about when they got blown out by the Colts or the Texans in their 2 previous games? They didn't look like a top 12 team then. So they looked like a great team when they beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't forget, they roundhouse kicked the Patriots.
Yeah. Roundhouse kick is, yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah. They won like 34-10 or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. And it's really incredible how this team can go from up to down so quickly. You know what I mean? It just feels like this team does not have consistency, but when they play well, they play just as good as anyone else in the league.
So they played 3 weeks in a row. They played the Chargers, the Cowboys, the Patriots, and the Titans lost to the Chargers by 1 point, and that was in England. They beat the Cowboys on the road by 2 touchdowns, and then they utterly destroyed the Patriots by 24 points. And then they go on and, they lose by 17 points. Or they lose by 28 points to the Colts, 38-10. Then they get destroyed again by the Texans on Monday Night Football, 34-17. I don't know what to make of this team. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I don't think that they're a team, though, that can do anything in the playoffs. Would you say so?
Yeah, that sounds about right. And with all of this going on, it's just the AFC, honestly, is looking more of an open-ended wild card than ever. Like, we kind of know who's going to get the first, second seed, and maybe even the third seed, but when it comes to those wild card spots, it could be anyone's game.
If Baltimore loses this week, then it really, really will be interesting to watch the last 3 weeks. If Baltimore can beat the Chiefs, it might not be as wide open as we believe, but that's going to be a tough test for them as they go on the road and face a Kansas City team with Patrick Mahomes, with that offense. Lamar Jackson, a rookie quarterback going in there. I don't know if that's going to happen, but, it could happen. But for the Jaguars, they got to go back to the drawing board. They need a new quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater seems to be the one quarterback that might be available in free agency that could be a decent option. It's not a big free agent class, so unless another quarterback gets cut, they might be looking at a Blake Bortles or Teddy Bridgewater or Eli Manning type situation. So I'm not really sure to make of that. But But yeah, you have anything else to say about the Jaguars or the Titans, or do you want to move on to college football talk?
Just that I'm super interested by what the outcome of the Titans season will be because they do have a chance to make it to the playoffs. And we can move on.
Yeah, let's talk about Heisman hopefuls here as we have the 3 finalists. The award will be given tomorrow. Kyler Murray from Oklahoma, Tua Tagovailoa from Alabama, of course, and then the third player, Dwayne Haskins from Ohio State. It's a tough call, but do you think one of these guys kind of stands ahead of the other two?
Yeah, kinda. I think honestly, Kyle Murray's going to be the guy that gets the Heisman. He's been playing extremely well. He led his team to the playoffs. His team's in the playoffs by the skin of their teeth, but still in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And I don't see any. Really, he's not. He's playing extremely well. I don't really know how else to explain it. So I say that it's probably how he wants it. Well, the thing is with Oklahoma is even if they don't win the national championship, which is probably what's going to happen, in all honesty, I think that Kyle Murray's future looks better than ever.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't know if he's going to play football or baseball at the next level. We know that he's going to report to spring training as he was drafted and signed by the Oakland Athletics. Something tells me that he might flirt with the NFL, though. I think that he will try to play in the NFL. I really do.
I honestly think the baseball, the way to go is baseball. I honestly think.
Yeah, I mean, I think long-term health and financially speaking, yeah, but we never really know what's in someone's heart, right? So,
where it's his passion.
Like Russell Wilson, he was rated as a higher baseball prospect than a football one, and he chose football, and that worked out. And they're similar type of players. That's
and then you also look at the fact that the only thing I can look at where he learns more toward football is you're not guaranteed Major League Baseball. Minor League Baseball, you got to be in there for years.
Exactly. Yeah, you're not in the pros, right? Right away. I mean, yes, you're a professional, but you're not in the show, right?
Right.
In the NFL, if you're a first round pick, second round pick, even a middle round pick, you're in the league. You're playing against the top players in the world in that sport. So, I think Kyler Murray is going to win. I really do, and I think Tua was the favorite until he got hurt against Georgia. And I think that really hurt him because we saw his backup, Jalen Hurts, go in there and lead that team back from behind, while we saw Kyler Murray really put it to Texas on the flip side. Haskins, I think he'll finish third. He's had a great season. I just don't think that he will have enough, especially because Ohio State's not in the playoffs.
Yeah. And Ohio State, we can agree if they want to be in the playoff, they should deserve to be in the playoffs or not. That's not, we can't decide that. But honestly, he isn't playing extremely well. And, the thing is, he's led that team to where they are now.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, they have the argument of this guy's playing so well that he's the reason they were that close to playoffs. Yeah, they didn't make it, but
Oh yeah, Haskins is incredible. He's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, he's more than more than incredible. It's more of the fact that he's a playmaker. He's explosive.
The most passing yards and touchdown passes in the country.
Yeah, and he's just one of those guys. He has this it factor.
He might be the best passing quarterback of the 3. To be completely honest with you, I know it's not a slam dunk that's true, but. I mean, we're talking about a guy who threw for 4,500 yards, number 1 in the country, 47 touchdown passes, number 1, yards per attempt, 9.2, 70% accuracy. I mean, Haskins, he's good. The number that really stands out when I look at these stats between the 3 players is Kyler Murray's rushing yards, 892 rushing yards. That is about 700 more than Tua. It's almost 800 more than Haskins. I mean, that's an incredible number. Kyler Murray ran for 892. And then you add that in with his passing yards, where he was the third-ranked passer nationally at 4,053.
Yeah.
For me, this is just his award. I don't know what else to say. All these men are deserving of it, but who's been more important to their team? You could argue that Haskins, you just said it. But for me, that's where Tua falls off. Tua, I think Alabama's still undefeated without Tua.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Tua,
maybe not, but still, they're still a dominant team, right?
Absolutely, well, it's Alabama.
And we've already seen Jalen Hurts, win with that team. So
yeah, it's one of these things where like it's obvious that that's how good they are, and he added even more to that,
Yeah, and quite honestly, we haven't. Even though Tua's been amazing and has shown incredible ability, and he might end up being the best quarterback of the three in terms of going to the pros, the next level, the fact of the matter is he hasn't had to carry his team like the other two have. Murray and Haskins have had to carry their teams to where they are.
Yeah. And, being the leader of, like, arguably the best team in football in college really puts you like head and shoulders above the rest,
Absolutely.
And with this, how he's been playing, it's really remarkable how good this team is and how good he is, and he steps up to the plate every single time.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's just nice to see, and he's a humble kid too. He seems like a very humble, very nice kid, and it's good.
They all do, right?
Yeah, they all just seem very.
It seems like all three of these kids have the right type of head on their shoulders.
And isn't that great? It's good to see that kind of
that athlete in today's day and age.
What's the term I'm looking for? Yes, and
humble.
The good character.
There you go.
That character. That's what I was looking for. And it's just great to see. I like. There's always that kid that is kind of arrogant. I guess Baker Mayfield would be that example.
Yeah.
You can say.
Yeah, a little bit more edgy, right?
Yeah, and you can understand it. Like, some kids are just like that. But when you see someone that good and that humble, really, like, puts in perspective, like, this guy is good. This guy is, like, he can be a future, like, he's looking to be influence to kids too and all that stuff. I like that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Absolutely. So anyways, I think we need to take a break, but before we do that, we need to talk about the holidays. We need to talk about gifts, man. And you know what? It's really hard sometimes to find that right gift, especially for men. My father is a tough person to shop for. I'm always constantly asking my mom, my sister, what should we get Dad? What does he not have? It seems like he has everything, And I think I might have the perfect gift for him because I know that he likes to shave. Every guy has to do it. And we're always looking for long-lasting quality products at reasonable prices. And I might have found the solution for my dad, so I have a gift ready for him. It's Harry's. And I'm not sure if you've heard of Harry's, Jeff, but, man, do they make shaving easy. They have cost-effective blades. We're talking about a service where, hey, they just send you the supplies. All you got to do is just shave. You don't got to worry about, hey, do I have enough supplies? No, you don't got to do that at all. And as a special offer for fans of our show, we've partnered with Harry's to give you $5 off any shave set, including our limited edition holiday sets, when you go to harrys.com/GSMC football. Plus, you're getting free shipping. This offers for new and returning customers, and it's only available for the holidays. Each Harry shaving set comes with an ergonomic weighted handle, German-engineered 5-blade cartridges that provide a close, comfortable shave, foaming shave gel for a rich lather, a travel cover to protect those blades, and it comes in a handsome holiday gift box. Maybe you don't need to shop for another guy. Maybe you just want something for yourself, clean up for the holidays. You can redeem a Harry's trial offer to experience the quality of shave before committing. So get your holiday shopping done early, folks. Free shipping ends on December 12th. It's coming up, so you got to act now. Go to harrys.com/GSMC football to get $5 off a shave set while supplies last. Again, that's harrys.com/GSMC GSMC football.
Are you looking for help for your fantasy football team? Check out the GSMC Fantasy Football Podcast. Get today's best advice on who to start, who to sit, even who you should draft. From sleeper picks to red hot lineups, they got it all covered for you. That's gsmcpodcast.com/fantasy-football-podcast. We'll cover traditional leagues, dynasty, PPR, even IDP leagues. When you need fantasy help, there's just one show to hit up. Don't forget to like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Visit gsmcpodcast.com for more info.
Welcome back to the GSMC Football Podcast. We finished talking about the Heisman votes in Thursday Night Football. Now we're going on to another topic regarding the Heismans. I'm going to add to this, Mark. How do you see these three finalists as NFL ready? Do you see them doing better in the NFL? Do you see them needing more time to get better in the NFL? What do you see here?
It's a good question. So two of these three are eligible to go into the pros this year. Haskins can declare. Also, Kyler Murray can decide to go to the NFL. He has options, though, as we know that he's a baseball prospect that's already been signed by the Oakland A's, so he can choose to play baseball. Now, in terms of how they look at the next level, I think if Kyler Murray declared, he might be the first quarterback taken. Now, I get it. His size, it's concerning. But, hey, Russell Wilson is showing everybody that size isn't everything. You don't need to be 6'5" in the NFL to be a great quarterback. Kyler Murray is very Russell Wilson-like to me. He's smart, he's accurate, and he has deadly, deadly mobility. I think he's being kind of overlooked as a prospect. I think scouts still fall in love with the traditional pocket passer, like the traditional size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a guy like Paxton Lynch. Paxton Lynch was...
he was looked at very highly,
people
too.
People were gushing over Paxton Lynch at the Combine. Like, oh, my God, this guy's like 6'6" and has a cannon. Look at the footwork. He might be one of the worst picks in Denver Bronco history.
Whoa, that's a big...
Well, he was a first-round pick. How many starts did he have? 2 NFL starts? He's out of the NFL. No one has him.
Okay, granted.
So it didn't take long for him to be out of the league. That was a big-time bust. Anyways... Kyler Murray, we're talking about him. He looks like a guy that can thrive at any level because of his smarts, his instincts, and that all-important accuracy. Accuracy is super important at the next level. What do you think? Do you think he could be a good professional quarterback, or do you think he kind of goes baseball based on his, I don't know, size or skill set or whatever?
Baseball might be overall the best place for him, to be honest, because it just feels like, it's like it's a better place to, how you say, what's the word I'm looking for? It's better for your body. I know that sounds kind of weird, but you know what I mean. It's just better overall, safe, and because in a NFL career, what's like your
but our fans that listen to the show don't want to hear that. They're football fans, Jeff.
Yeah, but. I mean...
So do you think if Kyler Murray, if he declared for the NFL draft, do you see him going in the first round?
Yes, I do.
I do too. I think I'd probably say top 10, to be honest with you. Somebody would take a chance on him.
Yeah.
I mean, look what he's doing at the college level. You're telling me if you passed on him and you took another quarterback and he tore it up in the NFL, you would never live that one down, right? So...
Yeah.
I don't know. I just see him... I think all the quarterbacks in the draft, I mean, we can critique them. You got a guy like Justin Herbert. And everyone has flaws, But, man, this kid, What he does against Alabama will go a long way, in my opinion. If he has a great game against that defense,
it's like an audition.
I agree with that. And it'll probably give him the confidence to go ahead and pursue NFL if he was leaning that way. What about Haskins, though? Haskins is a guy that's not really talked about. We keep hearing this quarterback class is very poor, all things considered. But if Haskins and Murray enter the draft, it changes the complexion of how we view this quarterback class, at least in my opinion. Does it change your opinion?
No, honestly, not really.
Really? You don't see them as Haskins and Kyler Murray as big-time prospects?
Well, the thing is with that is this. We always think of quarterbacks like, oh, there must be first-round picks. But honestly, like we saw last year that these guys were projected third-round picks, but we saw so many teams desperately need for a quarterback, they moved up to the first round. And I think that's what the case is here again. If they're picked in the first round, it's because some teams are going to be desperate for a quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you know how it is. It's a quarterback-driven league. So, but in terms of these two quarterbacks, if you were a quarterback-needy team, are you picking them in the first round?
I get, if I'm needy, how needy am I?
If you're the Jaguars and you have the 6th pick,
If they're okay, give me them in the second round.
Yeah, they're not going to be there though.
But
that's a problem.
Well, there's not a lot of teams that desperately need a quarterback though.
You're right, but it's a quarterback-driven league. Teams will go up and get a quarterback.
Yeah, it just feels like it's premature.
Do you remember when the Chiefs traded all the way up to go get Mahomes when they had an Alex Smith? Like, no one really saw that
That's
coming.
true.
You know what I mean? Like, we also have to understand something, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these quarterbacks in the NFL are aging.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is getting older. Drew Brees is getting older. Tom Brady's getting older. It's time for some of these teams to go get a quarterback of the future. You know?
And you think they'll use a first-round pick for...
Maybe they don't, but maybe they trade up.
But that's the
with their
thing.
second-round
That's
pick.
the thing. I think they should look for their future instead of winning right now, because that's what the draft is for. It's for the future. It should not be for right now. That's how I look at the draft, at least. Mm-hmm. Teams look at it as like, we need to win right now.
You still sometimes need to invest that first-round pick in your future, like how Aaron Rodgers sat behind Favre for
that's what your first-round pick should be no matter what. But people are thinking about winning right now, that they're wasting those first-round picks.
You see, like, Baker Mayfield's looking pretty good. It's a mixed bag. Like, some of these quarterbacks should have waited and sat, but some of them, I mean, if you're drafting a quarterback in the top 10, though, you got to play him, in my opinion. But all right, why don't we move on to this weekend's games? I mean,
sure,
we got to talk about the NFL matchups, Week 13. Some interesting games. We started off obviously last night with the Jaguars and Titans, but we can move on. Where would you like to start first? Let's start off with some games let's just get these out.
You name the games and I'll react to them.
All right, so the New York Jets, they will face the Buffalo Bills. This game's in Buffalo. Buffalo's a 3-point favorite.
Do you see the look on my face is all excitement?
Yeah,
I'm
do.
so excited.
All right.
Since the Bills are at home, I'm going to go Bills on this one.
Yeah, I like the Bills too. What do you see the score as?
The score, give me like a 17-14 Bills victory.
17-14. I like the Bills. I like it a little bit higher scoring. Something like a 23-17 type game. All right, so let's move on. How about the Panthers and the Browns? Now, the Panthers are struggling. They're on a 3-game losing streak. The Browns, kind of a mixed bag. We've seen them play well. We saw them lose last week to a Texans team, but all in all, this seems like a team that's on the rise. They had a 2-game winning streak before that. Where do you see this game going?
Where this goes, who do you got first? I'll let you go first on this one.
I have the Browns, and I say that because, not just because the Panthers are struggling, but I don't think Cam Newton's healthy.
The Browns are hot right now.
I don't think Cam Newton's healthy. I really don't. I think his shoulder is bugging him. I think he's going to have off-season shoulder surgery. So I like the Browns this game. The Panthers' defense has not been stopping too many people. They've made some adjustments in the coaching staff this week. They're in some turmoil. They're struggling. They need a win now. I think they lose, though. I think the Browns
You
will
know,
win.
the Browns'
27
defense is
24.
pretty underrated as well. People really don't give them the respect they deserve.
Yeah.
And I'll go Browns also, and give me a 21-13 victory.
21-13. Man, you like the low scores, huh?
Well, these offenses sometimes can be lulls, and sometimes they can be electric. And I'm thinking there's just going to be a lull. This is going to be a defensive matchup, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially on the Browns side of the ball defensively.
All right, so let's talk about the Falcons and the Packers. You know, before the season, you might have looked at this game, but I go, that's going to be a nice game to look at in week
4-8, 4-7-1.
Yeah.
Those aren't very good.
In week 14, excuse me. So you got Aaron Rodgers and his new head coach Joe Philbin. Their first action together. They're hosting the Atlanta Falcons, who again have had a terrible season in their own right.
And most of the Falcons' losses have come from away.
The Packers, surprisingly, are a 5-point favorite. Who do you have in this game?
Give me the Packers. It's home field advantage. That's why I'm picking the Packers. Give me 24-10.
24-10. Yeah, the Falcons are a much better team at home, especially on turf. Something feels weird about this, Jeff. It just seems like, I don't know. I don't know if the Packers are in it. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is fully healthy. I like the Falcons to win this game. I think there'll be some points scored here. I like the game 28-27 Falcons.
Okay.
All right.
I see you.
So let's go to, I think, the morning game that has will have the most eyeballs on it. The Ravens and the Chiefs. The Ravens head into Arrowhead to face the Kansas City Chiefs, who are surprisingly a touchdown favorite. The Ravens are 7-5. They will play Lamar Jackson. The Chiefs, with Patrick Mahomes, again, no Kareem Hunt as he is no longer with the team. Spencer Ware will lead that backfield charge. Do you think the Chiefs continue their winning ways here, or do the Ravens get them?
The Ravens, go get them, Ravens. Go get them.
Do they get them?
No, I don't see it happening.
Okay.
The Ravens, I feel like, they're a team that's kind of on a downslope, and the Chiefs are still one of the high-powered offenses, even without Kareem Hunt. So give me the Chiefs on this one. Give me a 38-21 win.
38-21. Okay. Yeah, I like the Chiefs. I don't see the Ravens being able to keep up score-wise with the Chiefs. Now, the Ravens' defense is great, but man, you got to score points in this game. Lamar Jackson, that team, they can run the ball. But I think that the Chiefs will dare them to throw, and I don't know if they get that done, especially on the road in a very noisy, very loud Arrowhead Stadium. Give me the Chiefs in this game. I like it 31-20. Yeah, let's move on. Okay. Why don't we talk about the Patriots and the Dolphins? Now, Miami has been the one team, for whatever reason, to give Tom Brady some headaches. They've won 5 of the last 7 against the Patriots. They're at home. The Patriots come in, though, as a 7.5-point favorite. Patriots are at 9-3. Dolphins are at 6-6. The Dolphins really need this game if they want to keep pace with the Ravens, with the Titans, if they're really looking to get that 6th seed. With that being said, Jeff, do you see the Dolphins pulling an upset, winning at home against the Patriots, or do you think Tom Brady goes down there and just tells those Dolphins fans, hey, this is still my division, I'm still Tom Brady, and we're coming out with a win?
Yeah, you gotta go. Like he's the born leader. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And what the thing is with that is, he's just gonna lead this team to victories. He's led the worst Patriots team to victories before, and it's against the Dolphins team that won their game last week against the Bills, but barely. And I mean barely.
By the slip of somebody's fingers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going Patriots on this one. And give me 28. Give me 28-17.
Yeah, I know that the history says that this game could be sneaky. I know that the history suggests that, hey, maybe the Dolphins can win this game. But I don't see it this time. I really don't. I like Tom Brady in that offense to do enough. I do think it'll be kind of a defensive struggle, though. The Dolphins have a surprisingly sneaky good defense. But I like the Patriots here. Your score is somewhere near what I would say. I'm going to say 27-20. Patriots win. All right. So
Okay. I see you.
we got a couple more morning games. Let's go Saints-Bucks.
Saints
New Orleans
Bucks.
Saints coming off a loss. That's a rare occurrence. They lost to the Cowboys. They've had some time to stew over that loss and to think about it and correct those mistakes. But they're facing a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team in Tampa where, Jameis Winston and that team have been playing better. They've won a couple games in a row now. They're sitting at 5-7. Do the Bucs present a problem for the Saints?
No. I think the Saints take this one. I think they're bouncing back from this loss with authority.
Yeah, you have the Saints winning?
Yep. Give me 45-21.
45-21. Yeah. This game is tough to call. I actually think that on paper it looks like the Saints are going to kill the Bucs, but Bucs have been playing better. Again, Jameis Winston's been careful with the football, surprisingly. And we saw the Buccaneers beat the Saints on opening day in the NFL. A very surprising win. Yes, that was with Fitzpatrick, but the offense has been the same with Fitzpatrick or Winston. The dynamic doesn't change. They both are putting up volume passing numbers. And I'm going to go with an upset here, Jeff. I'm going with the Bucs. I don't know why, but I feel it. I think they win this game. It'll be another high-scoring game, man. I expect this one maybe to be the highest-scoring game of the weekend. But I think we'll see the Bucs win 37-34.
37-34, okay.
Yeah. What do you say we take a break, though? Let's take a break. But before that, I think you have something to say.
I do have something to say because there is something on the holidays list for everybody, especially the men in your life. And sometimes it's not easy to find those loved ones, especially the men in your life. What a great gift. But you want something to give them a practical gift that can really they can actually use. Harry's Shave Set might be that gift for you. It's a long-lasting quality product at a super reasonable price and German-engineered blades for as low as $2 each. And as a special offer for fans of this show, the GSMC Podcast Network, we have partnered with Harry's to give you $5 off any shave set, including our limited edition holiday sets. When you go to harrys.com/GSMC football, plus you will get free shipping. This offer is for new and returning customers and is only available for the holidays, so hurry up. Each Harry's shave set comes with an ergonomic weighted handle with an option to engrave, German-engineered 5-blade cartridges to provide a close, comfortable shave, a travel cover to protect your blades, a foaming shave gel for a rich lather, and it's all in a handsome holiday gift box. Or you just want something for yourself? Redeem a Harry's trial offer to experience the quality of shave before even committing. Get your holiday shopping done early. Free shipping ends on December 12th, so act now. Go to harrys.com/GSMC football to get $5 off a shave set while supplies last. That's harrys.com/GSMC football.
Check out the show that's built on the MMA. From the UFC to extreme cage fighting, they got the fights covered. Check out the GSMC MMA podcast. Get the latest news on past or upcoming fights. Join us as we talk to and about some of the biggest names in the MMA, past, present, and future. When it's the fight game, there's just one show to check out. GSMCpodcast.com/MMA-podcast. Don't forget to like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Visit GSMCpodcast.com for more info.
Welcome back to the GSMC Football Podcast. We still got a handful of games to go. What's next on the agenda, my friend?
We have the New York Football Giants. They will travel down to D.C. and face the Redskins. Now, the Giants come in as a 3-point favorite, and I think largely in part and due because of Mark Sanchez will be the quarterback for Washington. Yes, Mark Sanchez, this is not 2012. This is 2018, and Mark Sanchez is a starting quarterback in the NFL. With that being said, the Giants have been playing better recently. They're at 4-8. What do you see happening in this game, Jeff?
What I see happening in this game is carnage. I don't know why I said that. But I'll let you pick first. You go first.
I got Giants winning this game. I just don't think that with Adrian Peterson and Mark Sanchez, I don't think that offense is dynamic enough.
Well, Adrian Peterson did have that big 90-yard run,
yeah,
and didn't get 100 yards.
Yeah,
it's true.
I don't think that offense is going to put up very many points. And the Giants might be flawed. They might have offensive line issues, but I expect Barkley and Odell Beckham and those guys to make a couple big plays, score a few touchdowns. So I like the Giants in this game. I think it'll be kind of an ugly game, 24-13.
Give me Barkley having a career day in rushing yards.
Okay.
Give me a 31-28 victory for the New York Football Giants.
31-28, okay. All right, let's move on. The last early game, the Colts and Andrew Luck, they're just coming off a shutout. They were shut out by the Jacksonville Jaguars. No points. Hard to believe an Andrew Luck team could be shut out, but they were. They will travel to Houston, and they'll face Deshaun Watson and that Houston Texans team that has won 9 games in a row. The Texans are obviously favored here at 4.5 points. They are the home team. They are the hottest team in the NFL at the moment. I'll let you go first, Jeff. Who do you see winning?
So with this game, Colts and Texans. Texans are on a 9-game winning streak. They look like the hottest team in football. Give me the Texans on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? The score is going to be odd, but give me like a 42-35 Texans win. Because the Colts can still put up points. We've seen it before.
42-25. Yeah, okay. So
No, 35.
35, all right. I have the Texans winning again. As much as I want to believe that there's an upset here, the fact is that I think that Colts getting shut out last week really hurt their confidence. And if they were playing at home, maybe I'd reconsider and say they'll get back on track. But since they're on the road at Houston against a team that's really on fire
and their
right
defense,
now.
especially,
Yeah,
been playing
Clowney,
extremely
J.J.
well.
Watt, I mean, those guys.
Clowney's really becoming like he was a first overall pick for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like the Texans to win this game 30-24.
30-24, okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's move to the afternoon games. The Broncos will travel out west. They will face the San Francisco 49ers, who are at 2-10. The Broncos are at 6-6. They are alive and kicking in the playoff hunt. But, Jeff, they're going to have to do it without Emmanuel Sanders, as he has been placed on injured reserve. He tore his Achilles in practice. That's a terrible, terrible injury for a team that has really been doing decently, mostly because of him on offense. It's been Phillip Lindsay and Emmanuel Sanders that have really carried the team. Do you think that with Emmanuel Sanders' loss, will that, I don't know, affect them winning this game?
Oh, yeah.
But this game in particular? Do you still think they win on Sunday against the 49ers, who have been struggling?
Well, the thing is, the 49ers have just been playing they've been up and down, obviously, and yet Nick Mullins had over 400 yards passing last week.
They also lost Chris Harris, so the Broncos have lost their best corner and their best receiver in the same week.
Yes, so you know what? Give me the Broncos, but not by much. I think it's going to be a Phillip Lindsay kind of game. So give me 17-13.
17-13.
I don't see much happening.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an ugly game. I want to say that the 49ers will be able to throw the ball, but again, that pass rush on the other side could really frustrate Nick Mullins. We saw him have a tough game in Seattle. We saw him have a tough game in Tampa 2 weeks ago. I do like Phillip Lindsay in the running game to kind of take over this game. It will be ugly, though. I like the Broncos as well. I think that we'll see a score of 24-17. Broncos win. Actually, no, 24-20. 24-20. That'll be the score. All right. Why don't we move on to another game here? Let's go Bengals-Chargers. The Bengals will go out west. The Bengals with Jeff Driscoll will face Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Jeff, I think the Chargers win this game. I think they win big. It might be the biggest blowout of the weekend, in my opinion. Chargers are just coming on strong right now. They're coming off that big win against the Steelers on Sunday Night Football, that come-from-behind win. I like the Chargers in a blowout. I see a score of 38-10. What do you see here?
You know what? I'm going to agree with you. 38-10.
All right. So you like 38-10 as well. Let's move on. Let's keep it moving. How about the NFC East clash where the Eagles will face the Dallas Cowboys? We saw an Eagles linebacker talk about the Cowboys and their, choking habits. So do you think the Cowboys will choke? Do you think the Eagles will choke them out? Or do you see the Cowboys just continuing this late season surge and winning this game?
You know how good they've been playing, the Chargers, I mean.
The Cowboys?
The Cowboys, sorry. Ugh. I have bad words. I don't talk good. But the Cowboys, they come off with a huge win against the Saints, and they're coming off, and they're playing the Eagles, who are not who they were last year, not by a long shot. So give me the Cowboys on this one. I can't believe the Cowboys are going to take the NFC East.
All right, what do you like the score to be?
It's what's the point differential supposed to be, or what's this?
Cowboys are favored by a field goal.
By a field goal. Wasn't this the game last year that was 3-0, or 0-0 going into the second half?
I believe so.
At the end of the, give me 9-6.
You have the Cowboys winning 9-6.
Yes. Fight me.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen.
We didn't expect that to happen last time.
Okay. You have 9-6. I like the Cowboys to win. They're at home. The Eagles there's something missing. That secondary looks very poor. They're just not playing well. I do think there will be points in this game, though. I think Cowboys will win 27-24. A little bit higher scoring, but okay, let's move on. Let's go to the Steelers heading out west with no James Conner. They'll face the Oakland Raiders, who lost to the Chiefs last week, but scored some points. They made it a game. So
I cannot believe it. No, they won't. It's going to be all Steelers. Since the Niners beat them 34-3 and they just lost 40-33, give me the Steelers winning 31-10.
31-10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. Yeah. I think this is a sneaky game. The Raiders, they played a lot better last week. Yeah, their defense is bad. But the Steelers...
That is an understatement, sir.
The Steelers had a very bad defensive collapse last game, even on offense. That second half collapse was big. The Steelers cannot overlook the Raiders. I think the NFL, even the worst teams in the league, if you overlook them, they can get you on any given Sunday. But I think the Steelers just do enough. I think they come back and they win this game. I don't
come back.
Yeah, I don't like them to cover the 10 points. I think that's way too high. The Steelers will win this game, though. I see a score of 34-31. All right, we got a couple more games left. Let's talk about the Lions and the Cardinals. Who do you see winning this game?
Not the fans.
Not the Arizona fans who will be attending?
If they will even attend.
All right, so let's see. Detroit is actually favored on the road in this game by 3 points. What do you see happening?
Give me the Cardinals because they beat the Packers. I know that's not a big accomplishment nowadays, but give me the Cardinals on this. Give me a 21-17 victory.
You like the Cardinals 21-17?
Mm-hmm. Got a problem with that?
No, I don't. This is an ugly football game. I'm actually going to take the Lions here. If you would have said the Lions, I would have taken the Cardinals, to be honest with you. But it's just one of those games where I have no idea what to expect. But, yeah, it's maybe the
Don't
least
expect
exciting
a
game.
barn burner by any means.
It's probably the least exciting game of the weekend for sure. But,
Hands down.
Theo Riddick, I think, has a decent game. Kerryon Johnson won't play for the Lions. So the Lions barely win in an ugly football game. I see a 23-17 win for Detroit. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll talk about the last game. But before we do that, we need to talk about Audible. What is Audible? Audible is the only place to get your audiobooks. What would it look like if we all listened more? Listening to audiobooks inspire us, motivate us, and even bring us closer. There's no better place to listen than Audible. Audible has the largest selection of audiobooks on the planet, and now Audible members get more than ever before. Each month they get 3 titles of their choice, 1 audiobook, 2 Audible originals, and fitness programs that they can't get anywhere else. There's never been a better time to experience Audible. Try it free for 30 days by visiting audible.com/GSMCbook or by texting GSMC book to 500-500. Right now, for a limited time, you can get 3 months of Audible for just $6.95 a month. That's more than half off the regular price, but you gotta act now. Go to audible.com/GSMCbook again, or you can text GSMC book to 500-500. That's 500-500. Go ahead and do it now.
Check out the show built around the women of MMA. From the UFC to the extreme cage fighting, we got the fights covered.
Listen.
It's the Golden State Media Concepts Women's MMA Podcast. The latest news of upcoming fights, discussions of previous matches. Join us as we talk to and about the biggest names in women's mixed martial arts, past, present, and future. When it's the women's fight game, you know where to listen to. The Golden State Media Concepts Women's MMA Podcast.
So what are you going to do this weekend, my friend?
I am going to watch football and, maybe hang out with the boys. Nah, probably not. I'll probably just hang out
with your wife,
with my cats,
or your cats.
Yeah,
What's your cats' names?
Felix and Olive.
Did you name them, or was it like a group effort?
I had a major part in naming them.
Did you really?
I would say that I was the creative director.
Creative director behind name. Okay.
Yeah, I mean we have to agree on it, right? But yeah, Felix and Olive for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, we got to talk about a cat fight happening out in Chicago. We're talking about the game of the week, Sunday Night Football, the game that's been flexed to Sunday Night Football, the Rams. And that circus offense will head out to the Midwest to face the Bad News Bears. Maybe not the
Bad News Bears, okay.
Maybe not the Bad News Bears, but you know what I mean. That defense is bad, led by a bad man named Khalil Mack. So, Jeff, I'm going to let you go with this one first. The Rams are a 3-point favorite. Do you think that Sean McVay and that offense will be able to overcome Khalil Mack and that defense and win this football game?
This is going to be the biggest. This is probably the most entertaining game of the week by far. Mm-hmm. And with this, I will have to say, give me the offense over the defense. So give me the Rams winning this game over the Bears.
Really? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, the odds are in your favor, 3-point favorite. The people like the Rams. The Rams have one loss. So what do you think the score will look like? A high-scoring game, a low-scoring game, a blowout? What do you think?
I'm going to see it's going to be in the middle. So give me like a 31-26 victory for the Rams.
31-26. Okay. You know what? I like the Bears. If Trubisky plays, which it looks like he will, I like the Bears. But I am throwing that caveat out there. If Chase Daniel plays, the Rams are going to win. Mm-hmm. But if Trubisky starts, they win, in my opinion. So I like the Bears because I think Tariq Cohen, I think he'll have a good game. I think he'll cause fits for that Rams defense. The Rams defense, they can be beat. And I like the Bears defense to, I don't know, just do enough in this game. I mean, Jared Goff, I think, will have a tough game, at least tougher than usual. Todd Gurley, again, I think he'll have a good game, but tougher than usual. I like the Bears. I like them to win in a track meet. I have a score of 31-30. They win on a last-second field goal, and they drop the mic. So,
man, they dropped the mic.
Anyways, we got some news and notes around the league. Kelvin Benjamin is signed with the Chiefs. Do you think that matters?
No. He's still kind of a nutcase, in my opinion. Or not, maybe not nutcase. Nutcase is not the right word, but just a kind of a. He's not a team player to me.
Yeah, it seems like a weird move. Seems like a bad attitude kind of guy. I don't know what he asks that offense that relies on a lot of speed, and he's not the speed guy.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Sanders, we talked about earlier, he tears his Achilles out for the year. How devastating of a loss is that for the Broncos?
It's pretty devastating. I mean, that is probably your best wide receiver and the guy that's helping you win games in certain situations. And you can't rely on him anymore.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so Richard Sherman says that he sees himself being a safety here in the next couple of years, transitioning from a corner to a free safety. What do you think about that?
Probably for the best because his speed will go down and he'll have a better knowledge of the field and all that good stuff. So I think it's for the best that he will go.
Do you think he'll have the required speed, though? Because free safety requires you to play that center field role, you know. And he's a good player still, but he has been losing some foot speed.
I think he'll do even better there than people think he will. Yeah, I really do.
Okay. Yeah, he's a smart player. I think if he doesn't lose anything physically, then he could definitely do it. Unfortunate news, Alex Smith. He's been dealing with infections in his leg.
This is bad.
He's had a couple surgeries now. Man, this is starting to look like he might not play football again.
His leg is in danger of being lost, and that's absolutely
he's got more
terrifying.
Pressing concerns at this point.
It's really sad. Like an infection from surgery, there's been a lot of that, and I am really sickened by that. It's not obviously it's not the medical team's fault, but I'm just saying it's really a shame that's been happening recently, and. Obviously, our thoughts are with him and his family because this is obviously a very tough time, and
it's sad, really.
It really is sad.
We're talking about one of the good guys in the NFL, right? Like, no matter your opinion on him as a football player, we all know that Alex Smith is a stand-up guy. He's a great teammate. He's never really said anything bad about anybody, and it's unfortunate with one of the guys in the NFL who's like that goes through something like this, this type of injury, and he might not play again. He might not walk again. I mean, there's a lot of things. I don't want to speculate, but it's just
there is words, though, no question about it.
It's just really sad, and I mean, our thoughts and everything go towards him at this time, and we're sending positive vibes his way. Hopefully, he'll have a strong recovery. Hopefully, we'll see him on the football field again. But again, at this point, I think it's just better to hope for the best for him in all aspects, even if it doesn't include football.
Yeah, honestly, we're just looking for the best for him, and that's all that matters.
So I think that's it for today. So again, Heisman will be announced this weekend. Take a look for that. Watch those games. We'll be back Monday. You can catch us. Also, check out the GSMC Podcast Network. If you haven't already, we do fantasy football. That will be our next show.
Ooh, excitement.
We do our sports show every day. We have our baseball show and soccer show weekly. We have our basketball show bi-weekly. So check those out. And again, we'll see you on Monday.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Football Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network, from movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.